Hey traders, how's everybody doing? I'm back again with a new video. It's Monday, August 11th, and I'm here next to the fireplace because it's story time today. We're going to do a little story, and it's kind of funny. It's not really funny because I lost out on the ability to make thousands of dollars today, but in a different way, it is kind of funny, and I'll get into it in a second. Basically, today, I'm going to talk about what happens if you are accidentally assigned on your options. And this is something that you do not want to happen. And if it does happen, it means that you effed up basically and made a mistake somehow or just forgot about something, which is exactly what happened to me. I forgot that I had one Google options contract open on Friday that had been making me money for over a week, for the whole week, basically. Last week, I traded a lot of things. It was a very, very busy week, and I had a great week. I made thousands of dollars each day. But I had traded, I think, in total, like 8 or 9 contracts on Google over the course of the week, and I was in the money. And I had made a decent amount of money on Google, and I just kind of like let that last contract go because I thought on Friday I had done like a swing trading thing with a couple of my tickers that I was trading. And you know, normally I like to open and close everything on the very same day. That's the best practice, and that's what I always tell people that they should seek to do, is to open and close on the same day. But occasionally, if something's working in your favor and you just want to let it run and see how good you can get it, you can do that. And that's what I did on Google. And by Friday, I just had one contract that was still open, and I just thought to myself, I'm going to let it run and see what happens. And then, like an idiot, I actually forgot about it. So I forgot to close it before the end of the day on Friday. I just, did my thing in the afternoon and just totally forgot about it. And so then this morning, I wake up, and this is the only thing that really bugs me about the fact that I couldn't trade today, is that when I woke up, one of the first things that I did was listen to a couple of podcasts that I always listen to about the market. And I do that first thing in the morning when I wake up. I listen to the morning podcasts about what's happening in the market. And on one of them, they said that AMD was down like 2.5% over the weekend. And so the first thing I did was I looked at AMD on the pre-market, and I said to myself, this thing is just it's gonna pop for sure the beginning of the day. Like within the first couple hours, I was very, very confident that AMD was gonna pop up really hard, exactly like what it actually did do. So I thought to myself, okay, cool. I'm definitely looking for AMD today. I'm gonna look at the first little pullback that I can get. I expected we would probably take off immediately, have a little bit of a pullback, and I thought on that pullback, I'm going to get in and I'm just going to ride AMD for whatever, an hour, a couple hours, until I saw the plateau action that sort of signals either the waning strength of the trend or the fact that the trend is actually dead and then we might reverse. But anyway, the point is, I was very, very confident that AMD was going to be very strong in the beginning of the day based on news and then also based on what I saw on the charts pre-market. So I was super excited about that. Go to open up my Thinkorswim and I see that I'm negative, like my options buying power is negative about $10,000. And I just about had a heart attack because I thought, what the hell is happening? I know I always keep like about 10 grand in this account. What's going on? And so I look at my account and I see that I've actually got around 10,000 in the account, but the options buying power is like negative 10,000. And basically, what I do is I always keep about 10,000 in my account. So no matter how much I make on the month, usually at the end of the month, I'll just take a lump sum and I will take it out of my trading account and put it into my bank account, because this is my full-time job and this is, all I do to make money. So I need to obviously pay my bills with the amount of money that I make trading. So whatever it is that I make in a month, it's always different each month, but whatever, I'm always up at the end of the month. So at the end of each month, I'll take a certain amount of money out and put it into my checking and savings account at my bank, and then leave about $10,000 in the trading account, because I like to actually trade with somewhere between $5,000, $6,000 each day, and not really go above that on a daily basis as far as how much I put in to trade each day. So what happened was that I quickly figured out that my one Google call options contract was in the money. It expired. I did not close it, and I was assigned. And what that means is that if you have a contract that expires and you're in the money, not all the time, but sometimes you will be assigned. And that means that your broker will just automatically buy the shares. And so it'll buy the shares for you at whatever the assigned strike price was. So, if you're in the money, it will buy you 100 shares per one contract at the assigned strike price that you were in at, right? So that's what happened to me. And so basically, Google was trading at about $200 per share. So just do the math. 200 times 100 shares, that's $20,000. So basically, it took $20,000 and just bought $20,000 worth of Google on my behalf. And obviously, I didn't have that much in the account because I only keep like $10,000 in my trading account at any one particular time. So that's why when I looked this morning, my options buying power was negative $10,000. And when I first looked at it, before I had realized what actually happened, I just about had a heart attack. I thought, what, did somebody hack my account? Like, what happened? And then I quickly figured out, oh yeah, it was that one contract that I forgot about. I was assigned, and now I'm negative because it actually bought all the shares for me. So that's the bad news. But the good news is that it's not the end of the world, because the only thing that I had to do was, as soon as the market opened up today, I just sold 100 shares of Google. And I did it right away, like first thing in the morning, the first minute of the day. I sold my 100 shares of Google because I didn't want to play around and, sort of take any chances on what might happen to the value over the course of the day. So I immediately sold my 100 shares of Google. My money's back in my account. So that's the good news. It's not the end of the world if you are accidentally assigned. If you happen to forget about a contract, or you're still not sure how all this works yet, and you get assigned, it's not the end of the world. The bad thing is that I missed out on trading AMD, because you have to settle all of the funds in your account before you can actually trade. So this morning, AMD did exactly what I knew it was going to do, and it was maddening, because I'm just watching AMD over the first hour of the day just skyrocket, and I'm thinking to myself, there's thousands of dollars that I would have made right there in 1 hour today if I only had had the funds to trade with, but my funds were tied up because I have to wait until tomorrow before they're back in the account. So just a little PSA announcement today about why you should never ever forget that you have an options contract open, lest it expires in the money and then you are assigned. So that's what you do not want to happen to you. But in other positive news, I actually had a really good 3-day live training session with a couple of guys last week on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I did this as sort of a beta test because I wasn't sure exactly how it would work out, how successful it would be. But it ended up being extremely successful. There were no technical issues. And I basically went into it thinking I'm gonna look at this like an educational type of thing because I want to teach people as I do this. But at the same time that I'm teaching, if somebody is actually wanting to trade live at the same time, they can trade live because it was during the beginning of the day. So we got on the screen share together at 8 a.m. and we went roughly 2 hours each day. And so obviously the most important trading hours are the first hour of the day and then like the half hour before the market opens up so that you can get all of your levels kind of set and see what's going on in the pre-market and get your plan figured out for the day. And it went great. And the guys that I was trading with were just doing paper trading, but each one of them on our final day made like $300 to $400 on the day, just paper trading. I was trading real money. I made a couple $1,000s each one of the days that we were on together. So it was really successful. And I think that I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to try to do at least one of these per month. So once or maybe twice per month. We'll see how I feel about it. But I'm definitely going to go once or twice per month with a 3-day live trading boot camp sort of thing. And that is going to be something that I am going to do because I was testing it out last week and it was great. And there were no problems and I figured out exactly what I need to do to make that happen. So I'm going to actually do that in the upcoming month. So keep an eye out for that. We'll just, see when that's going to be, but I would suspect that would be in like the next month for sure that I do the next one. So if you're subscribed to my newsletter or you watch this channel, you'll know when I'm going to do the next one, and I'll have the instructions up for you when I get it put up on the website because it's going to be a thing that I'm going to run through my website. So if you already have my courses, you'll just be able to go to the same spot and access the training there. But I'm going to get it worked out, and then when it's time to do the next one, I'll let everybody know all the details so you can join me if you'd like, and we can do live trading together. One other thing, I'm going to definitely keep the class sizes small. I'm only going to I would like to keep it to 5 people, maybe up to 8 people, but definitely no more than about 8 people per course, just because I want everybody to be able to ask questions and get their questions answered. And if there was 30 people in one group training, then nobody will be able to get their questions answered and everybody will be talking over each other. But like I said, all that stuff, all the details will be upcoming soon. But until next time, hope everybody's doing good, trading good. It's wild times in the market for sure, but just because it's crazy does not mean that you can't continue to make money, because I've been doing essentially the same thing that I always do with my trend trading strategy, and I've been doing really good. So hope you're all doing well, continue to trade well. Even though it's a wild time in the market, that doesn't mean that you can't have great P&L and make nice profit every single day. So until next time, take care, everybody.